Welcome everyone to this program. Pretty soon we wanna have here to Dr. Kam Yuen. And we wanna proceed once he is here with us to start this meeting. Hola, ¿qué tal a todos? Muy pronto ya estamos por comenzar lo que son esta parte de los podcasts, que es en donde tendremos al Dr. Kam Yuen, donde nos fortalece en vivo. Bien. Just to remind you because there's some people that get subscribed to the podcast, but actually they're not expecting the strengthenings for themselves. So if you have if you want to really strengthen your family or any friend or any other person that is not yourself, we recommend you please to subscribe that person. You can do it for himself, for him or for her. But actually it's better because it's better when you send the request individually, separate from you. So, bien, lo voy a mencionar ahora en español, esto que acabo de decir. Muchas veces nos queremos suscribir, pero porque realmente queremos fortalecer a algún familiar, a algún amigo, a otra persona ajeno a nosotros. Entonces sí que les recomendamos que registren a esa persona. No importa si lo hacen ustedes o esa persona en particular, ese familiar. Entonces es mucho mejor cuando enviamos las peticiones por separado. Les recomendamos esto para tener mayor beneficio. All of this, we do it so you can have better benefit from all of this. And Dr. Kam, would you like to proceed or you want me to continue?
Thank you for your introduction. The people that need to or help to improve, they should come on the program. Okay, so it's okay to do improvement for others, but if they don't participate actively, then we defeat the purpose. You know, it's just not. It's not just a clinic. It's like getting people involved in changing the world and changing themselves. So thank you so much. So that's how we're going to proceed. Hello, everyone. I'm Dr. Kam Yuen, and I'm going to apply the chiropractic principle as well as the Shaolin Kung Fu principle, as well as the aerospace or rocket science approach to solving problems. So we solve all problems, but people have to participate, and if you want them to improve without them knowing, then we have programs for that, and not going to do this in a podcast because we have a lot of people here with their own individual stated problem. So we want improve the world, of course, but as individuals, they should take an active part in this program or this podcast, and that's what this podcast is all about, and to build the numbers. And if the number does not build, then this program is going to stop, right? So, and fortunately, the number is building, and we don't want people to just take it like it's a clinical way of resolving their problem for free. And it's almost free anyway, the program. So we want to have the funds to support program that for animals, for the planet, and for people that may need some assistance in the beginning. So let's ensure that that homelessness and poverty-stricken energy is not going to perpetuate into the future from the people who've been brought up to think in terms of poverty and not having a home to live in or ideal home to live in. Of course, there's karma curses that people have make others homeless down to human history, and also take away their wealth and kind of destroy their relationship by destroying their family unit, and those things have to be resolved, right? So, and it's not a clinical experience, even though we will address everyone's clinical problem and like pain and stress. So that would be pain in the body, but it's really come from non-physical causes. So we get into it and we change the surroundings as well, the environment that give people pain. And we also want to get into the government and ensure the government is supporting the people and not using people. Once they get elected, they abuse their position, or they abuse their power, which is not a good thing for humans population in that particular political setting. Right, so again, we want to ensure that that your relationship with your neighborhood or the neighbors going to be pacified, not going to be a problem continuously, that is you and the other people and your neighbors. And if all your neighbors don't like you, then you have to look at yourself as well as them. And so we will raise the energy for people so they're not going to relax too much. When you relax too much, you will depress. And we will increase the business flow, that you take an active part in everything you do, then you have business flow. An active part in this particular program. And there are things you could do for your feet, and most likely it would be the nerve of not reaching down to your feet, and you have to regenerate the nerves, and that's what I'm going to do, but I'm not going to do it specifically for each person that state their problem. And again, the toes and toenails and the toes and the feet themselves, and I would strengthen the weakness to rejuvenation and have less aging. So we have programs for that. The senior program would be less aging and resolving in depth only aging problem. So right here we have many requests, and you get about 3 seconds instead of a whole hour or more in depth, but people already improve around you, and they will also improve you because you're part of the membership. So we have senior program on a Monday, every Monday, and it's very inexpensive. Okay, so, and if it's too expensive for you, then we will have to increase your prosperity, right? So you should be able to spend any money unlimited on yourself, not on me, but on yourself, that you will improve everything that you want to improve in your life. Okay, so relationship as a partners, relationship that's actually weakened by the external dynamics, so we will strengthen that. And people have bleeding, rectal or anal region, so hemorrhoids, we will just strengthen that. We strengthen also any abdominal pain that actually coming from the chest, and also strengthen any question about the thyroid gland, and ensure that iodine are sufficient in the person's diet. And the iodine would be get extracted from the food, but the food have to have iodine in it. So again, increase, improve job and the surrounding or the working place has to improve, and also problems with siblings, and so if somebody 85 years old, you have to spend more time on this particular person instead of like 5 seconds, okay? So of course 5 seconds could make a lot of changes. We just do the best we can, but someone have to get involved with more in-depth program, and concerned about their children. They should enroll themselves into a children's program, and if family members or people they know have emotional problems or mental disorder problems or addiction, we have a program for that. So go to the yuenmethod.com and look at the program that we have that will improve everything that you could ever think of, and not talk about the problem, actually matching the solution to the problem to resolve the problem in the next few seconds. So there are information that you could acquire on the internet about keeping your skin, tissues, and structure to be youthful. We will mention that in the we will advocate you to know those information and apply those information. So diarrhea, ensure that there's not too much water getting inside of the colon. So again, looking at economics and the political world order, we actually do that every time we meet in those programs we have. So we have immediate injury recovery. That no one could do that, and we have YouTube showing people that I never met and just resolve all the injuries the next minute or so using this method. Okay, so if you could use this method, you could do it, right? So lazy eye just ensure that all the nerves are functioning evenly in the eye. It's not so much well, there are weaknesses of the nerve, of the muscles affecting the eye, and not the eyes itself. So if you want to know if someone is lying to you, then you have to use your insight, right? You have the insight, and you want to expose a lie, well, then you have your podcast and say whatever you want, right? So nobody's going to listen to you unless the people that you invite to listen to you, okay? So I cover all the different requests and resolving the requests, and I will take some live callers. So I would take 5 live callers, and then I would continue with this program. So anybody ready to come on and state their problem?
Okay, si hay alguien aquí que desee participar, podrían por favor. Vamos a ver quién levanta su mano por aquí. Okay, Bree, could you open your mic, please?
All right, from New
Yeah.
York City. So what's going on now?
Hi, Dr.Yuen. I'm struggling with fatigue and I have nerve pain in my arms.
Okay, nerve pain. It may seem like nerve pain, but you have the symptoms now.
Yes.
Okay, the fatigue comes from excess relaxation, and you should be able to tense more, and then have the tension even with your relaxation. Okay, so let's make that strong for you to choose that. And okay, so how's your fatigue at the moment?
I feel tired.
Okay, so just tense up while I'm going to your nerve pain that you think you have, okay, in your arms. So your arms weakness came from your legs and your feet, and let's just strengthen that. And just from walking on the street of New York City, okay, so let's resolve the feet and legs. And how's your arm seem like to you now?
It feels different.
Okay, so tense your arm too, okay?
Okay.
Tense your torso, tense your midline, and tense your central nervous system, okay? So you could do that, right? So, and that's basic things that you should be doing, every one of you actually. So what's that seem like? Less fatigue or more still fatigue?
Still fatigue. I feel like I want to lay down.
Okay. So you're still having fatigue laying down. So laying down is the problem, right? So let's say you're so tired you faint, you know, on the street. That would bother you if that happened, right?
Yes.
So let's resolve that, okay? So it bothers you, you want to resolve it. Instead of resolving it, you kind of, you know, be affected by it, right? So, okay, you still want to lay down?
No, that feels different now.
Okay, so continue to tense your body because we have a tendency to relax more than tensing, right? So when you tell people to tense up, you know, they feel insulted, right? When you tell them to relax, they're afraid, right? So it's just the opposite. So in many problems, you know, people just give you the opposite, and that's why we have the problem, right? So you feel more energized and your arm feels different, right?
Yes.
Okay. So we let go of that. We'll continue to strengthen you offline and make you feel good in living in the city of New York. Okay. So,
Thank you so much, Dr. Yuen.
okay. You're welcome. So let's get someone else that haven't been on, but if they've been on, you could come on also. Okay. So,
Okay. Kaherstein, not sure if I say it right. Could you open your mic, please?
Justin.
Kajerstein, yeah, I guess. Could you open your mic, please? If not, I'm gonna go ahead with someone else.
Well, people should be ready.
Hello.
There.
If they want to get on. Okay, so you want to state a problem that you want to resolve?
Yes, I would really like to have help for my sister. Her life.
I would just do that. And this program is for individuals. So if your sister want to get better, you would encourage her to join the program. Okay.
Yes.
So we do the best we can for her, and that's it. Okay. And for you as well, and that relationship you have with her. Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. And Sherry, no, we as individuals have our own problem, right? So we're not going to be concerned about, not concerned. We just want the best for them, and that's why you introduce them to this program. Okay. Shirley, you ready to state some problems that you want to resolve?
Sherry, could you open your mic, please? Okay, I want to pass somebody else.
Okay, anyone's ready, raise your hand and we will call you right now, okay?
Moy, ¿podrías abrir tu micrófono? Moy? Okay, well, let's see here. Radek?
Ready, right? So anyway, they're not ready. I will just continue to strengthen everyone in a general way, also specifically, okay? So for this group here, there should be more balance, center, stability, okay? So we always do that in all our programs. So I already mentioned those programs that we resolve people's pain and stress on the spot. No one could claim to do that. Of course, when we claim to do that, then they think that we just claiming too much, and they won't even let me advertise on Facebook, say that I could do that, okay? So, social media only accept inputs or claims that you sound like everybody else's claim, okay? And, you can't go beyond, like say, that you could resolve people's problem immediately on the spot. You know, they won't put up with it. They will reject that ad, and not only that, they would not let you put any more ad in the future, okay? And that's what we have to play with, okay? And so it would take a long time for this program or for me to reach a tipping point, and if it's not going to get there, I would just stop this program. I don't need to have this program. This program is for the benefit of humanity and all life forms. Of course, I'm claiming too much. Hey, I could claim anything I want. I'm 81 years old, okay? So I kept quiet first 20, 30 years of my life, okay? So I started doing Kung Fu, and then I started making some noise, okay? So anyway, I don't want to be sound like I'm making noise now, okay? So, again, we want to ensure that people will maintain the quality of life. The next weakness is like detoxing the central nervous system and ensure the central nervous system is always up to speed, turn on, is 100% infinite, so it's not beyond infinite for people in this group here. So you maintain that you could do anything you want and not going to wait for your inspiration to move you, okay? So too many people is waiting for that inspiration or passion to come to their mind and they're going to do something, right? So if you want to do that, there are a lot of programs. In fact, all the programs out there are like that, okay? So you want to be inspired to do something, or you're just going to do it because you have the strength to do it. You got the fitness, you got the internal chi to do the right thing for everyone that they're willing to not criticize what we could do, okay? So there are people criticize that we claim too much, and I even have people working for me think I'm claiming too much. Hey, they don't even come on my own program, right? So if you see that I achieve 100%, and every one of you could achieve 100%, if you have the tipping point of people achieving 100%, then the world will change without you asking the government to change. The government are us, okay? So we could improve the economy, the global economy, and so looking at the situation, the conflict or the war that's happening, that's going to settle down now. And the coronavirus is going to settle down as well. and people no longer wearing masks or having plastic enclosure or separation from each other, and nothing have changed except the attitude have changed, right? So people so used to having the problem, they got used to the problem. So, and they're no longer fighting about the problem, and we have done that globally to take away people's fear about viruses, about sickness and illnesses, or poverty. You're surrounded by money. So how could you have poverty unless your mind is twisted? It's in a way of you connecting with prosperity, okay? So I have prosperity all the time, okay? I don't depend on my retirement funds. In fact, I generate more retirement funds than many times over, okay? You go all through that, right? I'm just showing you that it could be done. And it's like you want to have good relationship with your neighbors. And if you know how to resolve this problem, you should resolve yourself. Don't ask me about it, okay? I would do what you ask, but that you should take charge of that 24/7, okay? I'm not with you 24/7 until your neighbor change their attitude. If you don't like their attitude, okay? If you don't like the country's problem or attitude, the economy, you also find the weakness that's there and resolve it, and that's how things improve, okay? As I said, if you don't feel that you could do it, then we have program for you to get more in depth and become an expert. That would be investment in yourself, that whatever you invest in the program, you would use it as a consultant. You could get paid for it many times over, and you will never run out of finances, because right now you're connected to everyone on this planet, whereas before there was no connection. You only wait for the people to drive by or walk by your business and give you the business, and most of the time the majority would not be interested in your business. So only a few people that are interested, and then it's hard for the business to thrive. Not just my business at that time, but all business. All right, so I said what I said, and now anyone else want to say something? I give you time to think about what you want to improve in yourself, your family, and anyone have their hands up?
Mahasen, could you open your mic, please? Mahasen?
Yes, yes, I'm here. I need help, please, Dr.Yuen, with sleep disorder and insomnia.
Okay. I mean, you have a sleep disorder because it bothers you to have.
Can you hear me? Hi. My internet.
Already got your.
Sorry?
Request, okay, now I'm asking you the question, does it bother you to stay awake at night? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, if it bothers you, it will keep you awake, okay? So it mentally bothers you and spiritually.
It bothers me. You
so
mean now?
Let me do my thing, okay? I don't want any more input from you, okay? Sorry, don't mean to be rude, okay? Already got what you stated, okay? It bothers you, that's what keeps you awake, okay? It bothers you spiritually, it bothers you mentally, and it bothers your surroundings. You project out every time you lie down there in bed, you project the energy, the mental and spiritual energy that's infinite, keeping you awake, okay? Now, does it still bother you in comparison? Okay. Yes or no?
No.
Okay.
That doesn't bother me.
So if it's blank, you have a blank mind and spirit, you will fall asleep naturally, okay? So unless you're disturbed by, things in your body that wake you up, okay? You have anything disturb you while you're sleeping, ear pain or some other discomfort? Do you have any discomfort in your body when you are lying down there, try to go to sleep?
Yeah, lower back pain.
Okay, you have low back pain when you lie down.
Yes.
You have low back pain during the daytime?
When I get up in the morning.
Yes or no, okay? You have low
Yes.
back pain now?
No.
Okay, so you have low back pain when you're lying down, and that disturbs you. So the low back pain is really a chest weakness you have. So let's just strengthen everyone's torso, that we will have a more defined torso and not having a loose torso that get out of firmness as we age, and also allowing our internal organ to expand themselves and projecting sensation to your body. In this case would be the lungs and the bronchial and the trachea. Okay, when you think about your back pain, does it still disturb you to have them? Do you expect to have them in the future?
I feel okay now.
Okay, good. So you changed.
Yes,
So
I changed.
we want people to
Thanks.
change for the better, and thank you so much for being part of this program. As I say, you get more out of this program when you encourage people you know come on this program, so they don't think that I'm just a cult leader here, okay?
Of course.
All right, thank you so much.
Bless
So
you. Thank you.
thank you. We want to reach a tipping point that we could change the whole country, we could change the city, we could change the neighborhood, and don't just bring in some trivial individual problem that you have that you could resolve yourself. Okay? So if you use your physical intelligence, connect with other people's physical intelligence or the other person's physical intelligence, it would automatically be better. Okay, anyone else want to have an input?
Hey, Katie, could you open your mic, please? Thanks.
Hola, hablo desde la Ciudad de México. Desde pequeña mis senos crecieron de una forma desproporcionada al resto de mi cuerpo. Ahora tengo 45 años, ya una cirugía de reducción de seno, pero no sirvió porque regresó.
Permíteme.
Gracias.
Esto de que tus senos sean ¿es el tamaño?
El tamaño, sí.
Okay, ¿qué te provoca eso?
Pues me decepciona y no quiero estar así.
Okay, she has different size on her chest, and that disappoints her. She feels disappointed about it.
You got a chest problem.
Yeah.
Is it a breast problem?
It's her breast. Her breast. Yes.
Okay. So the breast, she doesn't have a problem with it, but she has a problem with her buttock muscles not being even when she sits down, okay? And that's been there for generations. And that firmness in the buttock area would give her more firmness and make her accepting of what's on her chest would be her breast and the muscles there, and the skin that cover up the breast. Okay, now, how's her problem with her breast?
Okay, ¿cómo lo sientes ahora? ¿Igual o diferente?
Igual.
Okay, she said the same because she's not connecting to her true self, and she's going to connect it with her spirit, and she thinks her spirit's going to change her or give her what she wants, but the spirit just collect all the negative things in the mind and even the negative physical experiences. Okay, you still bother her about her breast?
Okay, ¿qué tal ahora? ¿Igual o diferente?
Diferente.
Okay, so there's some difference there. So we would just train her that she could consider her breast as the rest of her body evenly and not have any exception. consider, some part of her body an exception to the rest of her body. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say. All right. So thank you so much from Mexico. So we have to resolve the neighborhood and the providence that she's in. So let's ensure that people have better consideration with each other, especially the people, commit crimes against their own country or country folks. Okay, all right. So that's done. And G2.
Hello, Dr. Kam.
Hi. So what's up?
After a long time I am meeting you, so very much happy. I am from India, recently shifted to Bulgaria and started my wellness center. But still business is not going good and prosperity.
Okay. Now, your business is going good, but you got like 1,000 other things that you consider as problem in front of it. Okay, so let's resolve and delete the 1,000 problems you have that you've been dealing with your spirit and other people's spirits, and there's also a bunch of karma that surrounds you in the land and the animals and the plants. Okay, so now how do you think about your business now? Still a problem as before?
No.
Okay, so we shifted. Hey, you got 1 billion people here you can connect with, okay?
Yes, and
So
I want to continue.
What's that?
Complete my certification as soon as possible.
Well, that's fine, but in the meantime, you can make your list, okay? And build your list.
Yeah.
Well, you got 1
I
billion
need
people.
money.
It'd be easy to get 1,000 people from 1 billion people, right?
Yes, right.
So let's make it easy for you to do that, right? So you can start improving people or send them to our program and get a passive source of income. You could do a joint venture with me in the YMCC certification program, okay?
Okay.
Thank you so much. So we could solve any problem, anyone in India. And
thank you very much.
and there may be poverty in India, but there's a lot of rich people in India, and a lot of rich people who are Indian that outside of India, okay? In fact,
yes,
financial producers than any national, okay? So nationality. So they
yes, that's why.
So you just have to connect with them. They all have problems. If not their parents, it would be their children, would be their siblings, or they could get injured, or they could want to perform better in sports and get injured themselves. And we could resolve those things for them, as well as make their business better, so they could run their business better. So you're more confident your business is going to be better in the near future now, right?
Yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
All right, so there's Rita. I'm not sure who Rita is.
Anna, could you open your mic, please?
Hi. Hi, Dr.Yuen.
Hello.
Thank you. My symptoms are headache, vomit, and nausea.
Okay, right now you have the symptom of all three, right?
Yes.
Okay. So how long you have that?
I have it since on and off 3 or 4 days. It's like food poisoning.
I mean, have you had it before in your life?
Yes, since I was 18, and I'm 50 now.
All right. So looking at the situation, there's a cumulative effect of the past, And it's not just your cumulative effect, but your ancestors and your mother's ancestors that are in conflict with your dad's ancestors, okay? And then the in-laws are on each other case. So let's pacify the situation in their relationship. And that kind of throw you off your midline and your digestive system and your eliminating system. And your torso is not being stabilized to support you. And also your hyoid bone in your throat is off alignment, so you will just strengthen or the alignment with your hyoid bone in your throat and your jaw and your mouth, and also the weakness caused by sitting down. Okay, now how's the symptoms?
Better. The headache is gone.
Okay, so let's make sure it's gone in the future, okay?
Okay.
So, because all your past history, so to speak, the cumulative effect of the past has been deleted, okay? We the only technique could do that, and anyone could learn how to do that in about 5 seconds. But of course, people should learn the whole program so they don't just fool people just learning a few tricks, okay? Okay, Suzanne.
So much, Dr. Yuen.
All right. So we just showed that we could do things in real time, and that means every one of us, right? Every human being could do things in real time, to resolve things in real time, and not generate more problem for themselves, for their family, for their neighbors, and for the country, for the world, right? So it's time for that to stop. All right. Any more input from anyone?
Rita, could you open your mic, please?
Yeah, can you send me, did you hear me?
Yes, Vita. So where are you from, Vita?
I'm from New York, Dr. Yuen.
New York City?
No, upstate New York.
Okay. All right. I've been upstate New York. It's nice.
Yeah, it is very nice here. I just have, I'm trying to do the Yuen method on my daughter who has a problem with her weight, and she reversed back, and I'm trying to find the root cause, and I can't pinpoint the root cause to try to improve her. It doesn't work.
It's not the root cause. The root cause is really misinformation, okay?
Okay.
So I don't know how far you got on with the Yuen method. You just didn't go through the whole program, right?
I had a lot of results with it.
Okay. Well, a lot of result is not good as 100% beyond 100% result, right?
Yes.
So as I said, I didn't want to take anyone's children unless they want to be part of it. Now, since you brought it up, I'm not going to reject you on that. So it's really misinformation. So you got all the misinformation about what you do. I have a lot of commotion there. All right, Rita, are you still with us?
Rita, could you open your mic, please? Rita, could you open your mic?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay.
So when you think about your well, not failure, but not successful with her weight situation, and how old is your daughter?
She's in Europe. I don't know, but I tried to help her.
How old is she?
She's 35.
Okay. So she should take charge of that, okay? And of course, you want to ensure that she's not going to be confused by the misinformation more than you, okay?
Okay.
The misinformation make her not able to get the body to be functioning with its own physical intelligence, okay? So,
yeah.
And her large intestine is actually larger than it ought to be. She needs to take some probiotic, and so she can eliminate better. she will digest faster, okay?
Okay.
And her torso has to firm up and not be spread out wider from the organs relaxing too much. So the organs are heavier than they ought to be, internal organs. Okay. Now, when you think about your sister's, your daughter's weight now, does it still seem to be the same problem as before?
Well, I think I can resolve it. Yeah, I can.
You could resolve temporarily with, cutting down the calorie in the food, but
but how does it affect when you have like a problem from your youth? I used to tell her, don't eat so much, you're going to get fat, and she thinks that's the problem.
Well, that's what I mean. That's misinformation, okay?
That's misinformation, okay?
Yeah, there are people who eat, all they want and don't have any weight problem, okay? And that's what you have to connect with, okay?
Okay, I'll do that. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Appreciate it.
All right, so a lot of people...
The rest of the people they have asked before.
I'm sorry, what? What's the comment you said?
The other people they have asked, they've been here before?
Well, like I said, if you don't have anybody that's new to come up, they could come up and put in a request, okay?
Yeah, sure. Okay. That's what we have for now.
Okay. So, I would just strengthen everyone's central nervous system and make sure that whatever pain you have, it is not blame on their body in having the pain, okay? So when we specify the body pain and it's not what it is, it would make a person keep their pain in their body. And stress is the uncertainty. So people in this group already have more certainties. So let's ensure that they will take action with their certainty and let people know there are certain things. There are certainties in life, but not always uncertainty, okay? So people have to look at the whole person as physical, mental, emotional, psychological, psychic, spiritual, okay? That's the first thing that people connect with when they come to the Yuen method, that they have to separate into different categories to know which category the problem fits in, and then improve people's physical feeling, perception, intuition, and that's worth everything. All right, so, and people are getting their money's worth, and let's ensure that people go on the whole program and not just take a piece of it and try to use it. Yes, you could get some result by using it, but it is not authentic if you don't have the whole program to resolve the person's problem, including your family's problem. Okay, so, all right, that's all I'm going to say for this time, and I'll let you translate for those people who want the Spanish translation. And so itchy skin, you would ensure you have enough moisture in your skin. Okay, there are things you could take to increase the moisture, and even a humidifier would maintain the moisture in your skin and your body. Alright, so if you don't have anybody to say anything, then I will say goodbye until next Tuesday. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Kam.
You're welcome.
Bien, con esto.
Okay,
Permíteme decir una cosita. Okay, thank you very much to everybody. We would like to remind you that we take one request per person. You can send your requests in the AMA area in your Supercast membership. If you don't know how to access that, please write us an email. We will guide you about that. We take one request per person, one short request. And if you want to ask for another person, you will have to enroll in that person, okay? Dr.Yuen is not taking requests about all the person anymore. And also, please don't send paragraphs, because if you write a very long request, we are not going to send that to Dr.Yuen because he instructed us to do so, okay? Thank you very much. Bien, antes de que Lore Hatton proceda amablemente a la traducción al español, les quería recordar que ustedes pueden enviar su petición a la sección AMA de su membresía en Supercast. Si ustedes no saben cómo acceder, escríbanos un email y les guiaremos en ello. Solamente tomamos una petición corta por persona. Por favor, no envíen párrafos, porque si ustedes envían párrafos, no vamos a enviar esa petición al Dr.Yuen porque él nos ha indicado que no lo hagamos. Tiene que ser una petición corta por persona y solo una por persona. Si ustedes quieren preguntar por otra persona, esa otra persona debe inscribirse aquí y tiene que tener su suscripción aparte. ¿De acuerdo? Muchísimas gracias. Lore, muchas gracias.
Ok, bien, vamos a proceder a la traducción. Gracias a todos por estar en este programa. El doctor Kam comienza el programa ahora sí que mencionando que quién es él. Menciona, yo soy del doctor Kam Yuen y les invito a participar a este programa si estás registrado. De nuevo, él nos invita a que seas asistido por él. En caso de que quieras tener a otra persona, se te invita a que venga esta persona, que de alguna manera viva esta experiencia en vivo aquí en este programa. Podemos construir más y fortaleciéndonos para que esto sea cada vez más fuerte, cada vez que somos más personas. Y claro que así lo haremos para todos, resolviendo cualquier tipo de inconvenientes o problemas que la gente presente. Tomemos en cuenta que todas las peticiones están siendo tomadas en cuenta y están siendo ya fortalecidas por el doctor Kam Yuen, aunque también lo hacemos todos los fortalecimientos, dice el doctor Kam, dirigido al planeta, a los animales y cualquier otra cosa que vaya surgiendo a medida que vamos fortaleciendo. El doctor comenzó a fortalecer para todas las personas que están sin techo. También estuvo haciéndolo para todos quienes vemos pobreza y para quienes no tienen un lugar para vivir. También estuvo fortaleciendo en lo que se refiere a la unión familiar. Dice el doctor, bueno, esto no es una clínica, es casi como un programa gratuito, luego de ver todo lo que estamos obteniendo y lo que nos fortalecemos. El doctor Kam también fortaleció el entorno, fortaleció los gobiernos y se aseguró de que apoye a todas las personas en vez de utilizarlas y que los gobiernos no estén usando el abuso y el poder, lo cual, por supuesto, no es bueno para la población de la parte política. Nos aseguramos de que nuestras comunidades donde nos encontremos estén niveladas y no nos afectemos unos a otros. El doctor Kam también estuvo mencionando y fortaleciendo que no nos relajemos demasiado, porque eso no es benéfico. Estuvo fortaleciendo los pies, el sistema nervioso central, que conectan con los pies. También estuvo fortaleciendo la regeneración y lo hizo extensivo para todos. También fortaleció los dedos y debilidades también en la orina a medida que vamos avanzando en la edad. Y también para resolver asuntos con el envejecimiento. Y menciona que podemos invertir segundos, no es necesario precisamente que invertamos horas para ver la mejoría. Esto para ti y para quienes te rodean. Tú que eres parte de esta membresía, de esta suscripción, Y también comenzó a mencionarnos que tenemos el programa de adultos, que realmente no es caro, y si realmente crees que lo es, podemos fortalecerte con tu propia prosperidad. Y también puede ser para cualquier otra cosa que desees mejorar. Estuvo fortaleciendo la dinámica interna, también estaba fortaleciendo la zona rectal, la zona anal, fortaleció lo que es el pecho y estuvo eliminando el efecto acumulado de preguntas sobre la eficiencia que tú sientas en tu cuerpo. Estuvo fortaleciendo también respecto a cualquier dieta que cada persona en este grupo vaya llevando respecto a sus alimentos, de lo que estén haciendo actualmente respecto a ello. Fortaleció el entorno, los problemas en el entorno y familiar, y mencionó que si eres una persona adulta, deberías de estar en este programa. Este programa se lleva a cabo los lunes, así que si ustedes desean registrarse, pueden hacerlo y ir directamente a la página web de Método Yuen, así como de todos los demás programas. Está también el programa de niños, en donde nos viene bien puede ser que te afecte o que tú les afectes a ellos. Entonces, se trata de mejorar esto y también para resolver cualquier inconveniente con desórdenes mentales con excelentes resultados. Cada vez siempre estamos teniendo feedback de las personas de todas las mejoras que van teniendo y se van sintiendo más sólidas. También el doctor estuvo fortaleciendo lo que es la piel. También, para quienes estén pasando por diarrea, estuvo fortaleciendo el colon. Y también cada vez que nosotros nos reunimos en este programa, el doctor siempre fortalece lo que es el orden político. Lo fortalece cada vez que nos reunimos. Y también estuvo fortaleciendo a todas las personas aquí respecto a recuperarse, a regenerarse luego de haber tenido cirugías. Y para ello lo hacemos, por supuesto, si ustedes gustan entrar a alguna de las clínicas, podemos fortalecer esto más a profundidad en la clínica de lesiones. También mencionó que estuvo fortaleciendo para la visión y estuvo eliminando debilidades en los nervios, en los músculos y cualquier otra cosa que afecte los ojos. El doctor Yuen nos mencionó para todos que podemos hacer método Yuen, por supuesto, utilizando la intuición y para esto sugirió que pueden registrarse en el programa de certificación para que tú conectes mejor con tu propia inteligencia física. Después el doctor también les invita estoy invitando a todos a que estén en este programa. Dice el doctor, yo he estado ya resolviendo muchas peticiones, todas las que he recibido, y después comenzamos a pasar personas. Pasó alguien que mencionó que ella está en Nueva York, estaba sintiendo dolor, y el doctor le eliminó el exceso de relajación que tenía ella respecto a sentir fatiga. Le estuvo recomendando que tensara un poco más y le dijo, bueno, ¿cómo sientes la fatiga? Y ella dijo que aún la sentía. El doctor le dijo, bueno, comienza a tensar. Después, en lo que él le recomendó esto, el doctor comenzó a fortalecerle las piernas, sus pies, el caminar por la calle en Nueva York, y luego le preguntó que cómo seguía. Ella dijo que diferente. Aunque aún sentía fatiga, pero eran como solamente las ganas de recostarse. Y el doctor Kam le fortaleció y le resolvió lo que le debilitaba como para que se resuelva. ¿Aún quieres recostarte? Y ella dijo que no. Ella se sintió diferente. Solamente era el hecho de que ella tenía debilidad con resolver. Esta persona, para otra persona que pasamos, mencionó que quería mejorar la salud de su hermana. El doctor de nuevo lo hizo extensivo para todos, el decirles que pueden registrar a esa persona que ustedes quieren mejorar, a que estén en este programa. Es mucho más benéfico si es por individual, a que si queremos venir y mencionar cada una de las personas de nuestra familia. Así, cuando tú envías tu petición, el doctor puede ver la petición de cada una de las personas y no de querer traer a dos. Así, de alguna manera, el doctor siempre está fortaleciendo esto antes de que nosotros entremos a sesión. Por eso es importante que nosotros registremos a una persona a la vez y enviemos la petición de de esas personas. Bien, también el doctor Kam siguió fortaleciéndonos a todos y comenzó a eliminar debilidades en el orden correcto, y para esto no requerimos de mucho tiempo. Este programa es para muchas personas, no solamente para unos cuantos. Y puedo hacer esto, por supuesto. El doctor se aseguró de que la gente mantenga una buena calidad de vida, y eso él lo hace en cada programa y cada vez que nos reunimos. Estuvo fortaleciendo el sistema nervioso, que no tenga, porque no había la suficiente velocidad, y estuvo eliminando debilidades a -0. Y también mencionó que no necesitamos que nos lleguen las ganas, la motivación y la pasión para hacer las cosas porque esperas hacerlo con tu mente o a que venga la mente, dijo el doctor. Para quienes critiquen que pedimos mucho, realmente no lo es. Estuvo también fortaleciendo el chi para todos nosotros. El mundo realmente mejorará sin preguntarle al gobierno o preguntarle a otros. Respecto al conflicto que sucede ahora con la guerra y del coronavirus y las personas, el doctor eliminó lo que nos ha mantenido también separados, y que no nos estemos acostumbrando a los problemas y a los inconvenientes y a todos los asuntos globales que de alguna manera nos afecta, así como las enfermedades, la pobreza, y todo esto es también de acuerdo a la manera en cómo es que tú te conectas, dijo el doctor, y que no quieras resolver o hacer con la mente. Yo ya tengo prosperidad y te invito a que tú también la tengas. Todos podemos hacer esto. Así es como puedes tener mejoras en tus relaciones también. Podemos estar a cargo realmente 24/7, las 24 horas, los 7 días a la semana, y eliminó también debilidades en los países respecto a la economía. Y mencionó que en este programa puedes mejorar para invertir y no para estar viviendo de deudas y otros inconvenientes relacionados a esto. Podemos conectar con cualquiera y no necesitamos esperar. Esto no es para unos cuantos, no es como solía ser antes, que todo era mucho más, no era igual de poder conectar con muchos. Ahora podemos hacerlo con muchos en esta nueva era. Y después pasamos a una persona que mencionó que sentía que tiene insomnio y desórdenes para dormir, y el doctor le dijo, bueno, ¿te molesta el estar despierta por la noche? Y ella dijo, sí, me molesta. Después, ella estaba teniendo debilidades espirituales que la mantenían despierta, y fue lo que el doctor Kam borró. Después el doctor le preguntó qué era lo que le molestaba físicamente cuando ella se iba a dormir, y ella dijo que que sentía dolor de espalda, y el doctor le dijo que si solamente en la noche o en el día. El doctor también le fortaleció las debilidades que realmente no venían de la espalda, sino más bien del pecho y del torso, y que no estuviera tan relajada en esa parte a medida que ella envejece. Eliminó sensaciones, fortaleció los bronquios, la tráquea y los pulmones. ¿Crees ahora que tendrás esto en el futuro? Y ella ya ni siquiera lo percibía, ya se sentía en blanco. Y mencionó el doctor Kam que nosotros todos queremos conectar con la inteligencia física precisamente para conectar con no solamente las respuestas correctas, sino con las acciones que te llevan de la mano con esa calidad de vida. El doctor Kam fortaleció también para otra persona. Ella quería fortalecer su busto porque veía diferente tamaño y lo relacionaba con decepción. El doctor mencionó, realmente la debilidad no es esto. Estuvo fortaleciendo los músculos, estuvo fortaleciendo su piel. Después el doctor le preguntó cómo se seguía y ella dijo que igual. El doctor Kam después la conectó con ella misma. También ella creía que el espíritu la cambiaría, pero realmente no era así. Y otras debilidades, y después de esto ella se sintió diferente. Ella mencionó que es de México, así que el doctor hizo un fortalecimiento también para toda la gente que está en México, y también estuvo fortaleciendo las comunidades. Y también después le dijo, bueno, ahora puedes mencionar a otros que pueden mejorar en este programa. Podemos enviarles el link de este programa y hacer método Yuen, por supuesto, mejorando en el programa de certificación para todos los que lo quieran aplicar. Después también pasamos, mencionó el doctor, podemos mejorar cualquier cosa para mejorar los negocios. También podemos mejorar en deportes y mejorar a los niños. Después, para otra persona que mencionó que sentía náuseas y como había tenido experiencia de vomitar, que ya tenía como 3 días con ello, además de otros inconvenientes, pero a lo largo de su vida, el doctor eliminó el efecto acumulado que ella tenía del pasado. Le fortaleció los ancestros de la madre con los ancestros del padre que habían tenido conflicto en sus relaciones y después fortaleció el sistema digestivo y de eliminación, fortaleció el torso y se aseguró de que la apoye y que esté alineado. Fortaleció también su mandíbula, la boca y debilidades por estar sentada. Después le preguntamos cómo se sentía y ella dijo que ya no sentía nada. Bien, pues cualquier persona puede hacer esto y hacerlo en segundos. Por eso les invitamos a estar también en la certificación. Mostraremos que hacemos todo en segundos. Todos pueden hacer esto. Y además no solamente método Yuen, cualquier otra actividad la pueden resolver mucho más rápidamente y viniendo aquí y que no lo vean como interminable. Después, para otra persona que pasó y que quería fortalecer a su hija, que tiene 35 años y que se encuentra en otro país, dijo, bueno, vamos a asegurarnos de que no esté confundida más que la madre. Había mucha desinformación porque no permitía que el cuerpo se comunicara con su propia inteligencia física. Ella después sintió que que se iba a resolver este asunto. Y ella dijo, bueno, es que yo solía darle consejos a mi hija porque pensaba que eso le daría la respuesta. Y el doctor dijo, sí, es lo que acabo de borrar, la mala información, porque la madre le daba consejos a la hija. Y eso es lo que el doctor borró porque eran las respuestas incorrectas. Eso la desinformaba y debilitaba. El doctor Kam también estuvo haciendo para el resto de nosotros, fortaleciendo el sistema nervioso central. Y también estuvo fortaleciendo para los que sienten dolor en el cuerpo, porque dice el doctor, nunca es lo que creemos. Eliminó el estrés, la incertidumbre. La gente siente incerteza, pero no siempre es así. Fortaleció a todos niveles, físico, mental, emocional, psicológico, psíquico, espiritual, que es como podemos hacerlo también con método Yuen, eliminar debilidades en cada uno de estos aspectos a medida que los vamos encontrando en el orden correcto y nos aseguramos de que las personas aprovechen bien todo este programa para ellos mismos y para otros, fortaleciendo la calidad de vida. También el doctor estuvo haciendo todo extensivo, fortaleciendo la piel, la humectación en ella y en el resto del cuerpo. Bien, pues con esto es la traducción al español. Les invitamos a que estén en el siguiente programa y tomen en cuenta las sugerencias que ya les hemos dado anteriormente. Muchísimas gracias. Hasta pronto.